This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hey there, I'm Zach Crenshaw with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A statewide search is underway right now for two men who escaped from Florence State Prison. Our John Genovese is pressing for answers on how this happened.
Tonight, two men out from behind bars and on the run. John Sharpereau sentenced to 35 years for child molestation and sexual abuse. David Harmon under a 100-year sentence for kidnapping and second-degree burglary. Both were medium custody inmates housed in the South Unit at the Florence State Prison Complex. And according to officials on Saturday evening, were able to get their hands on tools and cut through the fenced-in perimeter during an outdoor recreation break.
They were able to get in the tool room by knocking over a wall-mounted air conditioning unit, which allowed them inside the tool room, and they were able to obtain a bolt cutter, wire snips, lineman pliers.
The escape happening sometime between 4 and 8:30 p.m. Corrections, local and state police, along with the U.S. Marshals, all involved in this manhunt. On Sunday, checkpoints were up and running along roads leaving Florence.
We are both exploring the desert. We're exploring residences. We have two different SWAT teams looking for these subjects as we speak.
DPS Colonel Heston Silbert says they're following up on potential evidence and possible sightings, as some are questioning the theory as to how the men got out to begin with.
I think that the devils will be in the details, as is usual with these type of cases.
John Fabricius is executive director of Arizonans for Transparency and Accountability in Corrections. He was incarcerated himself for 4 years in Florence and says tools like the ones described should have been double secured and locked up in steel cages per protocol.
To be able to access those tools and then use that to cut through not only one, but two fences and circumvent a series of alarms, cameras, and other security measures that are in place. I'm incredulous as to that, too.
State corrections officials say they're looking into whether the men had help from other inmates or prison employees. But for now, officials are pleading for anyone who knows where they might be to come forward immediately.
The subjects obviously have committed heinous crimes against persons and should be considered dangerous.
In Florence, John Genovese, ABC15, Arizona.
This week, 169,000 new doses of the COVID-19 vaccine are heading to Arizona. Sounds like a lot, right? But it's only half of what state leaders requested. The state now working frantically to try and speed up vaccinations. On Tuesday, GCU becomes a Maricopa County hub. The goal, 500 to 800 vaccinations a day there. This week, it'll be reserved for those who need their second dose after concerns the county didn't have enough supply. And that's a concern shared across the country. While we see long lines for the vaccines, state leaders say they need more doses. The Biden administration has vowed to get 100 million doses in the first 100 days. Top health officials say that's doable, but the system isn't great right now.
That's not the way we treat those we consider vulnerable in need of this vaccine most. You can't just tell the states and the local governments, here's some vaccines, now you go do it. No, we have to coordinate. We have to provide the resources.
A common question, can the vaccine fight against this new COVID variant? Well, experts say yes. We know this mutant strain is in at least 23 states, and experts say it's more contagious, but not different enough to beat the current vaccine.
With your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. Will be going into weather action mode beginning Monday as storm number 2 crosses the state, which will produce another round of rain, mountain snow, strong winds too. A wind advisory will take effect in the valley and cooler temperatures as the storm passes the state Monday night into Tuesday morning. In fact, the chance for snow does continue in the high country through Tuesday. Your planner for tomorrow, where we're going to weather action mode, showing temperatures in the 40s in the morning, climbing only into the mid-50s for highs with breezy to windy conditions and a good chance for showers throughout the day. Up in the high country tomorrow, highs only in the 20s and 30s from Heber to Show Low, Payson in the mid-30s too, with 50s across the lower desert. So here's that 7-day forecast. The chance of rain tomorrow, 90% with highs in the 50s, staying in the 50s for the next several days, back in the 60s though by Thursday, with another storm on the way by Friday and next weekend with highs remaining in the 60s.
This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.